Well, guys, the controversy continues. White Lives Matter now is the big issue that people across the board, black and white, are saying that white lives matter. And I guess during the Black Lives Matter height of the protesting of all the killing of young black men and the surfacing of the Black Lives Matter organization, in the wake of that, now white folks are saying that their life matter too. And a lot of black people now are on board, namely Kanye West, and they're saying that yes, indeed, white lives matter too. But I think those people are missing the point. It was never about white lives didn't matter. It was about our lives were in jeopardy of being trampled on and our rights, and our lives matter too. That was the point. But I think those people are missing the point. The point wasn't that is black lives and white lives on the same playing field, and only black lives matter in opposed to white lives. That was not what the organization is and was about when it started. People are forgetting how it started because black young men were being gunned down in the streets indiscriminately. And so, to protest against all the killing, the organization of Black Lives Matter started to pinpoint that yes, indeed, all lives matter. White lives, yellow lives, blue, brown, black, green. Okay? But the point was, because our young men and women were singled out to the point where more of us were being gunned down with a routine pullover by a cop's car just for your license plates not being right. You were more likely than not going to end up dead. So this was what it was all about. And now, white folks have jumped on the bandwagon and say, you know what? We have lives too. Our lives matter. But what they fail to realize is that the young white boys and girls were not being killed in this manner. It was indiscriminate killing. When you got pulled over by a cop, you can rest assured that your life hung in the balance. If you didn't have a weapon, if you had a weapon, if you were reaching in your glove compartment, if your baby was present, your wife was present, your kids were present, it didn't matter. If you were behind the wheel and you were pulled over, it was a 50-50 chance that you may end up dead. So the Black Lives Matter organization started to speak out against police brutality against young black men and women across the board, across America, who were being killed, whether it was in their homes, in their cars, watering their lawns, opening up their door, just walking out your house and you're in a white neighborhood, so-called white neighborhood, and you bought a property in that neighborhood, you might end up dead just by walking out your house. Because we saw a clip where a guy was walking out his girlfriend's house and the girlfriend had bought a house in a nice neighborhood. Namely, they call it a white neighborhood. And by him just walking out of the house, a cop pulled up and said, "Show me your ID." So I think we have that Stockholm syndrome. And young black people, there's a disconnect. They can't really connect or understand what happened during civil rights, slavery, all the atrocities that happened to Black people for centuries. There's a disconnect. They're not identifying with it. So it was not only Bob Marley's granddaughter who sparked the controversy this past Monday. Kanye West staged his Yeezy Season 9 event at Paris Fashion Week, and the controversy was quickly ignited after photos and videos from the event circulated on social media. But we know Kanye West is always in the news for some controversy, whether it's his fashion show or his private life with Kim Kardashian or his children. He's always in the news for something. So this past Monday, it was no different. So Kanye had models as well as conservative political commentator Candace Owens wearing this t-shirt with the picture of the Pope John Paul II on the front with the statement "White Lives Matter" printed on the back. So a lot of people said the slogan was tone deaf and that, he was insensitive to Black plight. But when have we seen Kanye really sensitive to Black issues? So how Salah Marley got involved, she was one of the models. She's 23 years old. Her mother is Lauryn Hill and her father is Rohan Marley. And she was one of the featured models at the event and posted a few behind the scenes photos of her at the show on Instagram. So everybody became aware of it because she had posted all these pictures in her clothes that said "White Lives Matter." And that's like a sore spot for a lot of Black folks because of all the killing of George Floyd and, of course, so many others. And like I said before, there's a real disconnect with the young people of today and their understanding of what Black people had to go through, not for decades, but for centuries, not only here in America, but in Africa, the Caribbean, the West Indies, all over the world where Black people caught hell. And it's still going through hell. But the disconnect is real, folks. And the only rationale that I can think of is Stockholm Syndrome. So Kanye West put this notice out on his social media page. He said, "Everybody knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Now it's over. You're welcome." And guys, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. It's kind of painful and it hurts when our own people, Black people, diminish our pain and suffering that we have gone through and our ancestors for so many centuries. So YouTube family, that people were weighing in on this. One person said just 2 years ago, Salah Marley was marching in them streets, dodging bullets and choking on smoke grenades for George Floyd. Now she's putting on a White Lives Matter shirt for Kanye West. I know Bob Marley must be flipping in his grave. Another person said maybe she's got issues with her mom, allegedly, because they've got a troubled relationship. And another person said, "I'm actually shocked that Salah agreed to be a part of this show." There's an old saying, you make the child, but you don't make the mind. So when these kids get grown, they do whatever the hell they want to do. It does not matter how they are raised, because I'm sure Lauryn Hill and her father brought her up to be more conscious, more consciously aware of the struggles of just being Black. You ain't got to do nothing. Just the color of your skin alone, you're going to struggle throughout life trying to be equal to everybody else on the face of the planet, because people look at you as if you are nothing. They're going to put you down just for the color of your skin. So you always got to prove yourself, always got to struggle, always got to show people that You are a human being, equal of rights that everybody else have on this planet. So, like I said before, you make the child, but you don't make the mind. These kids are going to do whatever they want to do when they become grown. And I think a lot of people misunderstand that we don't want power to run the government. We want equal rights and justice. If we're to gain power and control the world again, that will be something ordained from God. So, YouTubers, stay conscious and keep fighting for equal rights and justice. I'm over now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.